Hi, my name is Ben Thorp Brown, and I'm an artist based in New York working with video, installation, sculpture, and performance. I'm here to talk about my new project called Freedom from Everything, which addresses the changing nature of work, technological unemployment, and our experience of progress. Ever since the first machines were created, people have worried about their impending uselessness. For example, in 1772, an economist named Thomas Mortimer wrote that he wished never to see machines such as sawmills, as they would exclude the labor of thousands of the human race who are usefully employed. In our current moment, given advancements in artificial intelligence and robotics and the rise of crowdsourcing in the sharing economy, we're starting to see a world that turns previously skilled human labor into tasks that can be completed by machines. For example, on Crowdflower, a website for hiring people to complete digital work, a medical industry client posted a job to tag thousands of images of cancer cells. Cell tagging is a part of the job of pathologists, who typically earn six-figure salaries. However, in this case, a remote worker is being paid less than $3 an hour to complete these tasks. As they describe it, Crowdflower makes machine learning work by combining the best of human and machine intelligence in a single platform. We call this human in the loop. So I'm addressing this subject matter through the creation of a new set of works in video, sculpture, and performance. I want to create a space for inquiry where we can reconsider the systems that structure the way we live and work together. Before I talk a bit more specifically about this project, I'd like to quickly give you a sense of my previous work that has led to this project.
March, so 25 at 8.
This is a video work called Open Outcry. It was inspired by the nearly extinct hand signaling language of the commodities market. The project is an archive of the gestures that traders once used. It's essentially a training video. The subject hears a particular sign and demonstrates it for the camera. I made this video a few years ago at a moment when the very last traders were still working in the pits. I wanted to capture these gestural memories as a new mode of trading came along to replace them. I also found it quite telling that the language that was invented for capitalism was also made obsolescent by the same forces that called it into existence.
Although many signals evolved throughout different eras, with the trend being towards simplicity and ideally using only a single hand, the principles are largely unchanged.
Skip ahead. So, using the previous video as a training tool, I collaborated with a choreographer and 4 dancers to create a performance work called After Outcry, which repurposed these gestures and imagined new possibilities to communicate and have agency over this language. I continued to investigate the cultural practices of the finance industry with this video called Toymakers, which documents the production of absurd, customized trophies called deal toys, given to financial executives when they make a transaction. The film pays careful attention to the craft of making these objects as a way to address the hidden human labor embedded in financial abstractions of this scale, and also to think about the increasing overlap between art and finance. I also create works in sculpture, as I like the distinct possibilities that objects offer in exhibitions where viewers can explore and experience different temporal worlds together. My most recent video work, produced in West Texas, addresses the economic, ecological, and perceptual experience of water. This will be presented at the Whitman Museum as a part of the exhibition Dreamlands, Immersive Cinema and Art later this fall. Okay, so back to my creative capital project. Here we have a snapshot of many new tech startups that use on-demand labor. As a part of my research process, I've been visiting Silicon Valley offices and interviewing startup founders, CEOs, economists, and many on-demand workers. I'm interested in capturing the ways that they characterize the changing experience of work. When I begin a project, I try to embed myself in an institution as if I were an anthropologist. In past works, I've looked at the finance industry, and now I'm trying to do the same with tech. Here's a shot from a visit to the somewhat drab offices of a startup called Warnolo, where mylar balloons from the previous week's office party still linger next to the requisite ping pong table. They've created a platform and an app that hires and screens workers for jobs, and in short, they're a new kind of temp agency. Through my observations and interviews with various companies, I'm gathering material that will be used to write a script and direct the speech and interactions of a group of performers. I'm drawing on additional texts, including Amazon Mechanical Turk worker poetry, Robert Propst's historic design research for office spaces, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and Roland Barthes' How to Live Together. I'm also creating a new video which will collage together a few elements. The video will imagine a near future where the ways we typically perceive the world have shifted, and we must augment our bodies and minds to adapt to future work conditions. I'm working with an augmented reality company that makes a specialized headset for workplace settings, and I'm imagining a way to integrate this into the project. I've also been gathering footage for the video components in various workplace settings, which have started to integrate automation into their production process. This is some footage from a factory which has deployed a friendly, unthreatening-looking robot to complete tasks alongside human workers. So in this project overall, I'd like to connect these new economic developments to past ideas about work and society, and to do so, I'm looking to film in Walter Gropius's Fagus factory in Germany and in the ruins of Henry Ford's Fordlandia in Brazil. I'm planning to present these video works in a sculptural installation which would allow for performances and events to be hosted over the course of the exhibition. And in order to do this, I'm seeking exhibition space, potentially with an industrial past, residencies in media production or performance, potentially in the San Francisco area, and video producers working in Germany or Brazil. And any additional tech contacts in the tech community would be much appreciated. Thanks very much.